Right, and point number 3, locking and unlocking cells. Dare I say that this is probably one of the biggest causes of issues with spreadsheets. I'm constantly getting people saying to me they had the spreadsheet, someone built it a few years ago, they've been using it, and now someone's overridden some formulas and they don't know how to get them back again. Classic example. Now, you'll never overwrite any of my formulas because they're always locked and always hidden. So how do we do this? Well, what you probably don't know is, if you've never locked a spreadsheet before, if you go to review and protect sheet, that will lock the cells. Now, how do you know which cells are going to lock and which cells aren't going to lock? Well, when you start off by default, if I select all the cells in the entire spreadsheet, so I click up here and I right click and I go to format cells, you can see under protection there's a block, which means they're not all the same status at the moment, which is because I've already done this one. But let's just say that they should all be locked and they should all be hidden. When you start off with a default spreadsheet, they will all be locked, they won't all be hidden. So what does hidden mean? Well, hidden means that if you click on a cell with a formula, you'll be able to see the formula in the bar, but if you click hidden, you won't be able to see it in the bar. So let's just lock and hide everything. That's normally what I started off as a default. Now, if we lock the workbook, if we protect the workbook, I'm not going to put a password and just say OK. Now, when you come here and you try and change something, it says it's protected. You can't change it. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to lock everything. We've locked every single cell in the workbook, but we don't want to lock them all. We want to have some of them available for the client to be, or whoever it is, to be able to fill in. So let's just do that. Scroll across so we've got the bottom line of the header, because that needs to be unlocked for your filter to work. Scroll down to the bottom, one up, so those are the cells we want to unlock. So now all we do is we simply say right click, format those cells, unlock and unhide, so they're all visible and they're all unlocked, and now we click OK. So now what happens is that section there that I selected is unlocked, everything else is locked. So now I go to protect workbook. All I need to do is remember to say allow the sort and allow use autofill. You can see what else you can allow here. Those ones I need to allow so that when the sheet's locked, I can still do the sort function. Okay, now if I try and change this, it won't let me because it says it's locked. But if I come here and change that, it will let me. So that's how you lock your cells. And that, it's so simple, but yet so many spreadsheets are corrupted because of people overriding formulas, and it shouldn't be like that. So lock the formulas, leave what you need unlocked so that people can fill in exactly what they need to fill in, and they can't change what they shouldn't be changing. You can also come and say protect workbook by the exact same method. All workbook does is it stops you from editing these pages at the bottom, or the layouts of the pages, or page names, those kind of things. But all you need to do is, if you do protect your worksheet or your sheet or workbook, remember the password that you put in there. You'll have to double enter it. There's no password recovery, so if you forget it, you're in a bit of trouble.